was going to look at the guild system here and how to run a guild in a Lost Ark. And then after that, I think actually after this, why don't we just start playing the game?
When it comes to most MMOs, there's nothing more important than community. When you think community, you think guilds.
Yep.
Hey there friends, it's Kodiak here. Welcome to Legacy Gaming. Today, we're diving back into Lost Ark and breaking down everything you need to know about guilds.
The one thing you need to know about a guild is that if you're in a guild and the guild master asks you for donations regularly, you're not a guild member, you're a slave. You are a fucking slave. But I do want to say that there is an exception to that, is that in my guild, everybody is expected to pay. It's not slave. It's more that, you know, they're under my protection. It's more like tribute or what's the word for it? Appreciation.
Lost Ark straddles an important line, one that gives players the option to do solo content and group content. By weaving systems together, they create an experience that feels larger than life while still making it accessible to everyone.
Yeah, I don't know what the group content really is.
Most games struggle with this concept, leaning too far one way or the other, and that usually isolates groups of players.
Yeah, of course.
Going alone in Lost Ark is fine. You can do that, but you may find that being in a guild is more beneficial for you. There are a lot of benefits to being in a community, ones you might not even realize if you never join up in the first place.
Yeah.
First, let's cover some basics. You can interact with the guild system once you reach the first town. Once unlocked, you can create your own guild.
Dude, I feel like our guild is so badass.
This isn't a long process, and a few short quests in the starting region will net you enough silver to create your own guild if that's something you want to do. If you don't want to do that, you can simply join a guild using the in-game browser or by searching for the guild name. Once you get into a guild or create your own, this is where the magic really starts. So I'm going to approach everything from the guild owner side of things so you can see some of the magic behind the scenes.
This is what I want to see.
I think that's going to be more beneficial to anyone watching. A guild, just like a character, starts at level 1, and this is kind of our stepping off point. A guild leader can assign a weekly guild task, and these come in different varieties. Some tap into life skills and require players to chop down trees or hunt down animals. Others challenge players to take on endgame activities like the cube dungeon or boss rush. This is where you'll have to start making choices. What task is suitable for your guild? Once the quest is selected, you'll see it pop up here in the weekly tasks menu. Now players across the guild can accept the quest.
Wait, I can send my own guild members on quests? We're gonna do this today. We gotta put them boys to work. Let me tell you something. We gotta put them boys. We gotta get them doing what they need to do, man.
Each quest has a certain threshold for completion. In this case, the logging quest requires 20 XP to complete. If we look at the quest from the player side of things, we'll see that to complete the quest, we need to chop down 15 trees. This will reward us with 6 XP towards that weekly quest goal. Once enough players have completed their individual portion of the quest, that progress bar will fill up and the guild will receive the reward for that weekly quest. In this case, 3,300 bloodstones and 285 guild XP.
Wow.
That experience will go towards the guild's overall XP, bringing you closer to that next level.
Well, where do I get this
Now, at this point, you may be wondering, okay, why are there guild levels at all? And that's the right question to ask. Leveling up your guild has multiple benefits. The first is that it gives you access to different tiers of research. At various guild levels, you can start research on different expansions to your guild, the first being a guild shop. It makes sense that this is the first communal unlock because it's also the most important one, and the main reason why being in a guild is so great. At the guild shop, you can spend your individual bloodstones and turn those in for important items like healing potions, gear chests, and more importantly, upgrade materials. By simply contributing to your guild...
Should I buy some of these? Should I buy these? All right, yeah, I'll buy these today.
Helping out with quests and making donations, you open up an entirely new method of getting upgrade mats, and that's really key. There are weekly limits to how much you can buy, so don't expect to run roughshod over the entire place, but it's still an entirely new avenue for progression.
I had no idea about this.
As the guild continues to level, there are more research options available. Things that are a bit less sexy, but damn important, like the ability to research 2 things at once, or the ability to have more mission selection. All good things.
That seems really good.
Aside from research,
because like once we build up more guild members, I see some people in chat calling them slaves. They're not slaves. These are guild members. And once we build up more guild members, we will have to, send them out on more missions that they will not be paid for.
The reason why leveling up a guild is so important is because of the level benefits. In total, there are 25 levels, and each level unlocks something new within the guild. The real important upgrades happen early on, so you can thank Smilegate for that. And they include things like an increased tier weekly task slot, meaning you can assign multiple missions at once, a huge improvement for guilds with different types of players that might want to contribute in different ways.
This shit is complex.
The real benefit to leveling up a guild is the increased player cap. A new guild has 30 slots, but at level 25 has over 3 times that and can now bring 100 people into the fold. Each time the guild levels up, you'll gain either 2 or 3 new guild member slots depending on what level you're reaching. Now, I'll be honest, I hate guild caps. Absolutely hate them.
Same.
But I understand their value in a game like this, especially when you have things like GVG and GVE to consider.
Yeah, it's the problem is like you have, stuff like that, and you can also level up the guild. And so, like, if you didn't have a cap on the guild, you just have massive Zerg guilds, so it makes sense.
Large community, we're already working around these guild caps, creating different satellite guilds all within the Legacy umbrella, and that's something other large communities can do as well.
Yeah.
I think it's important we take a small step back and talk about those bloodstones I've mentioned a few times now. This is a primary currency within the guild system, and as such, it's important to know how the guild and ultimately you acquires them.
How do you get this?
The first is by doing guild donations. Each day you can contribute silver, gold, and honor, a special currency found in Mari's shop,
Read this.
which will net the guild
Listen
some
to this,
XP
guys. Come on.
and bloodstones. It will also reward you with contribution points and your own bloodstones. This is the simplest way to contribute to your guild and an easy way to build up bloodstones over time.
Write this part down.
Of course, you also have the guild quests that I mentioned before. You don't get any direct bloodstones on an individual level for doing this, but each time the guild quest is complete, thousands of bloodstones are banked by the guild. Those bloodstones that go towards the guild are put in their own separate bucket. Those are the funds the guild leader uses to start research.
How can the guild leader take the funds out of the treasury and put the funds in their inventory? Their personal inventory? No? Well, what's the point of this whole thing? What the hell have we been doing? Like, what the fuck is this?
The guild, but they also can be used to distribute to the entire guild population. The guild leader has the ability to set a certain distribution rate, which pays out once a week. A few things can be set here, like the distribution rate percentage or how much of the total bloodstones the guild wants to give out, as well as the contribution goal.
Oh, so these are like tax
that allows
refunds.
Guild leaders to reward members with bloodstones that contribute more, while members who contribute less receive less.
Can I reward myself with more, though?
System.
That's what I want to know.
It may all sound a bit confusing in the abstract, but in practice, it's very straightforward. And I wanted to break it down in a sort of checklist for new guilds that might be having a hard time wrapping their heads around the way it all works. First up, you need to make a guild. This costs 2,000 silver and can be done once you reach the first town, Prideholm. Next, you'll need to set your guild privacy. This can be done in the Manage screen. In the bottom left-hand corner are join settings, which allow you to choose what type of guild you want to have. There are 4 options here: instant approval, subject to approval, require a password, and auto deny. You can also set a minimum item level for your guild.
1,000.
Once your guild is set up, you can create your own
level.
guild crest. It's not the most robust customization feature I've ever seen.
I actually think the guild crest customization sucks dick. I think that there's like some good to it, but like there's a lot of designs you can't really do because you can only do the design inside of this little yellow square. I wish the yellow square went down to like right here. Like that would have made it, I think, a lot more interesting for me, and I would have liked that a lot more. It's better than WoW's. Oh. Well, then it's good then.
You have to give your guild a unique look. This can be done in the Manage tab as well. Next up, you have to select your first weekly mission. The tricky thing here is that the quest can be selected no matter the level of the guild leader, but the only way to actually do the quest is by accepting it in your Una's tasks, which require you to be level 50. Of course, if you're a member, you also want to start donating. You can do this as soon as you join a guild, assuming you have enough funds.
Absolutely.
Next up on your guild progression would be to start some research.
Who will match me?
Automatically, since you'll be building up your guild bloodstones, but it's definitely something you want to keep at the forefront of your mind. After that, it's really about managing your guild and the members within the guild. The hierarchy is not robust. You can have one guild leader, one guild deputy, guild officers, and guildmates. Sadly, there's no way to change permissions or see what each role does. I should also point out there is a small grace period when a new member enters a guild.
3 days.
You'll be stuck with the new guild rank for 2 days before it automatically converts over to guildmate. There's also a grace period when you leave a guild in Lost Ark. When you leave, you won't be able to rejoin another guild for 1 day.
Wow.
Finally, you can set times and engage in GVG and GVE, 2 systems we'll talk about right now.
We need to do that. So wait, you can go on guild raids? Bro, what? That is so fucking cool, man. Oh my god.
We got all of the nitty-gritty out of the way, but there's some other things we need to talk about.
Okay.
The pinnacle guild activities, GVG and GVE. This isn't something that was implemented on the NA EU PTR while I was testing, which means it may not actually be available at launch. So I'm going to rely on a great video from Tea Party to help explain what these systems are.
I don't know.
GVG, also known as Guild versus Guild, is group PvP content that takes place once a week. On the Russian servers, that's every Saturday in the evening.
That's
when you open up the GVG map, you'll notice there are multiple conflict zones, and as a guild, you can sign up for whatever activity best suits your team. Each island is slightly different, but the goal is to be the best guild on that island and score the #1 rank. No matter where you fall on the spectrum, you're going to gain some rewards for your team just by participating. But of course, the top 3 guilds are going to bring home the biggest prizes in the form of gold, guild bloodstones, guild XP, and on the personal level, contribution points and personal bloodstones.
I feel like we don't have, so we actually need to start getting people in the guild that are really good. Like, we can't just invite clowns into the guild. We have to invite elite clowns into the guild. Yeah, we're gonna have to fucking do that, guys.
GVG is designed for smaller groups, but still involves around a dozen people, give or take. GVE is the second type of guild activity called Guild versus Environment. Much like GVG, your guild master can sign up your guild to take on a boss at a various conflict zone. Unlike GVG, this is not dependent on a specific time set by the server. GVE content can be coordinated by your team so that you can tackle it whenever you want.
What?
All GVE is practically the same. You go to a zone and try and kill a boss as fast as possible. At the end of the week, the guild with the fastest times are rewarded. The only difference with the GVE rewards is that there is no gold in the mix, just guild bloodstones, guild XP, and on a personal level, contribution points and personal bloodstones. GVE content is not quite as...
So, like, we can't really do that because, like, our guild is full of people that are... So we really need to get some gear. That's what this video is really telling me, is that I need to get some fucking gear. Because, like, I'm so far behind. Like, I've seen people posting tweets about how they've got 1,000 item level. Bro, I almost have more Moko seeds than my item level. Because you only react. That's why that's why it's our last video.
GVG content, and sometimes allows up to 50 players to participate. Another feature not implemented on the NA EU PTR are guild skills. These are special abilities that can be used during GVG and GVE.
Oh, okay. I thought you got those all the time. I'll be right back. Moko enjoyers, listen, I have right now, I think it's 450 Moko seats. So if I have a bad day today and I don't get a lot of gear, the odds are that tomorrow I will have more Moko seeds in my item level. I'm not kidding you. It's really bad. And yeah, what the fuck? How? You just click on them. Like that. You're done. Oh, God. I'm good. Sorry, guys. I had to get some breakfast.
Your entire team an edge in whatever you're doing. These require mana crystals, which can be acquired by converting guild bloodstones. Eventually, once implemented, guild skills will be researched just like everything else. There are various levels to those skills, and there are different sets of skills for GVG and GVE. Before going into either activity, the guild leader needs to make sure there are enough mana crystals in the vault so that the abilities can be used. I don't know if you can convert on the fly, but I'd imagine that's probably not possible. Guild skills are pretty straightforward, offering your party various buffs.
So those buffs are kind of like the consumable items you get in Ashran, right?
And benefits like damage reduction, HP regen, and combat enhancements. At this point, I hope you can see that being in a guild is valuable. Like I said in the intro, it's more than just an additional chat channel. It's access to things like guild shops, a new way to make gold, and the chance to participate in activities that a lot of people are going to enjoy. Of course, you can't forget about what's coming down the pike. Raids, content that has completely cemented the endgame experience in Lost Ark. There are a number of great videos and content creators out there that talk about
It's an actual ice Poseidon. Look, there's ice around him. Oh my God.
Rating, and I recommend you go check those out because they're coming sooner rather than later. As you no doubt know, being in a guild means having a team around you to share a similar vision. It means having people to call into group content, PvP, whatever the case may be, and that's all on top of the tangible benefits we outlined above. The best
one of his mechanics is he gives you like a dialogue box where you can choose one another, and it says, do you want to invest in my NFT? And if you click no, your character takes 10,000 damage.
Best thing you can do if you want to take full advantage of a guild is to join one as soon as possible. That way, you can start racking up bloodstones. And to that end, I want to invite you all to join our Legacy Gaming Guild community. Over the past month, we've grown to over 2,000 members and will be spread across 25 guilds on an NA East server.
Jesus
The goal is
Christ.
simple. Bring everyone and anyone that wants to join into the fold, and that's exactly what we intend to do.
But we can't even fill up
If you're
Swag
interested in
Donalds.
joining our community, check out the Discord link in the description
Oh my god,
below.
that's a lot of fucking
If you guys
people.
are enjoying our
Ramsey,
Lost Ark
thanks for
coverage,
20
believe me
subs,
when
man.
I say there's a lot more coming. So do me a favor and hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing. There's so much more in the works, and you don't want to miss out. Finally, if you like everything we're doing here on the channel and you want to support us even more, you can do so by becoming a member. For just a couple bucks, you're helping Liv and I achieve our dreams of being full-time content creators. Check out the join button below to learn more. My name is Kodiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.
As I said before, I think this guy's videos are probably the most well-produced videos that we watch about Lost Ark. I think they're just really, really good. So if you guys want to give them a sub, we'll probably be watching more of these in the future. They're very useful, they're very helpful, and they're great. So yeah, I mean, there it is. Needs to be watched more? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's surprising. I think that the more videos, like having a game like this where you have all of these different types of... I think the reason why like his channel will do well in Lost Ark is the fact that Lost Ark has a lot of resources and a lot of things in its game that it makes it very difficult to understand. And because this guy's obviously very good at explaining things and like putting it on the screen and all of that, and the videos are well produced, it makes it easy for him to create videos that are simple and easy to understand about complex systems. You see what I'm saying? A game needs a wow head. What if I told you that the game had a wow head and it's in the game? The game literally has a wow head that's in the game. Check Steam chart? Yeah, sure. Let me go ahead and check the Steam chart right now. 1 million fucking players. Holy shit. God fucking damn. There's still 1 million people on already.